Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont among the many left-wing lawmakers criticizing Arizona Senator Kyrsten Sinema after she decided to leave the Democratic Party and register as an independent. Sanders even suggesting he would back a progressive challenger when Sinema runs for re-election, if she does, in 2024. Let's bring in Kellyanne Conway, Fox News contributor and former senior counselor to President Trump. Over the weekend, yesterday, Bernie Sanders not being kind when talking about Kyrsten Sinema. Listen to what he said.
I think the Democrats there are not all that enthusiastic about somebody who helped sabotage some of the most important legislation. She is a corporate Democrat who has, in fact, along with Senator Manchin, sabotaged enormously important legislation.
Ooh, Bernie got in a twofer there.
Trouble in paradise. Senator Sanders acts like they've got a 60-vote majority in this Senate. So, look, the vitriol being visited upon the shoulders of Kyrsten Sinema just because she has gone the way of most Arizonans away from the Democratic Party. Roughly 70% of registered voters in Arizona, John, are either independent or Republican, and Democrat being the lowest of those three. And she's going the way of a lot of Americans, saying, I don't like the two-party system. I think it's, as she says, too rigid. It rewards those who have the loudest mouths and say the most extreme things. That sounds about right these days, or some days. And also, she's much more honest about her voting record and her new political affiliation as an independent than independent Bernie Sanders. This is a guy who caucuses with the Democrats. This is a guy who did not think much of Joe Biden to the point where he ran against him for president. Made it to the very last round, frankly. Didn't think Joe Biden had what it took to be the Democratic nominee and the president of the United States, but doesn't have the courage and the guts Sinema has to leave his party, stop caucusing with them, and go ahead and be an independent voice for Vermont and be an independent vote in the Senate. They're mad at Sinema the way they're mad at Joe Manchin for a couple of things. One, of course, was they refused to kill the filibuster. She and Manchin voted to retain it. They thought that got in their way of their favorite.
They thought it was an important principle.
Well, sure, but they wanted to get rid of it because they wanted to retain it all those years, and they wanted to get rid of it because they didn't have a big vote margin.
No, I meant that Manchin and Sinema thought it was an important
That's right.
principle.
They did indeed. And also, you know, she's been very honest about Title 42. She came out with Tom Tillis, tried to have a bipartisan bill saying, listen, she's trying to get 2 million Dreamers citizenship, I believe, in exchange for not stopping Title 42 so abruptly, letting it expand for another year.
So let's look ahead to 2024 and how this is all going to play out in the Senate. The Washington Post noting, quote, Senate Democrats had a good 2022. The 2024 election could be brutal. Of the 34 seats that are up for re-election in 2024, Democrats are defending 23. 3 of those seats particularly ripe for the GOP, given that they're in states that favored Trump by at least 8 points in 2020, Montana, Ohio, and West Virginia. When you look at the overall map, and then you look at the fact that, well, Democrats will probably run their own candidate against Sinema in 2024 if she runs for re-election, that could split to some degree the Democratic vote, maybe let a Republican run up the middle.
No
so how does the map look for 2024?
The map looked great for the Democrats in 2022. They barely got a majority out of it and outspent the Republicans in some places 3-1 and more. The map looks just as great, if not better, for Republicans in 2024. We can't take that for granted. We have some work to do, particularly when it comes to banking early ballots, John, as we've discussed previously. But if you look at some of the states that are up, that's the fundraising. When you look at some of the states that are up, Montana, West Virginia, Nevada again, Michigan, I believe, or Arizona. And I think that them coming for Sinema instead of saying, how can we still work together with you? You vote with Joe Biden and the Democrats over 95% of the time anyway. How can we work together with you on a few things? Instead, they're saying, we're going to take you out. I mean, the pettiness, really, the childishness of the Democrats against their Democratic senator, who for a long time has been an independent voice for Arizona. But I feel really good about 2024. These are the Democratic senators that were elected in 2018, the first midterm for President Trump when he was there that term. And it's going to be very hard for them to defend their records here in Washington when they get back home.
Well, we're just barely finished with the midterms, but we've got a lot to talk about for the next 2 years.
It's already started.
We'll be seeing lots of you. Thank you,
John.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.